Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy's back! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Sunday trial game football review for week 1 of the NRL trials. We have one more NRL trial game to get to tomorrow for week 1 of the trials, which is Canterbury up against Newcastle. But tonight, we're going to be reviewing the Sharks versus Panthers trial game and the Eels versus Dragons trial game. Obviously, the Panthers beating the Sharks 34 points to 6, and the Dragons getting over the Eels there 26 points to 22. I am joined once again by CJ Moxley. CJ, mate, we're having you on the channel a fair bit lately. It's been good, mate. Good to have you on for the review between Cronulla versus Penrith and Parramatta versus St George.
Yeah, look, great to be back on the channel once again. Great to have a yarn with you every night. The trials are all right tonight. Can't wait to get stuck in and just talk about them.
No, they weren't bad at all. I mean, the Sharks-Panthers game, which I did a live reaction to on my channel, was actually a bit of a snooze fest, especially in that second half. I thought the first 20 minutes of that game was quite good, and then it just went go to sleep mode after that. And then Eels and Dragons game had some good moments for a long time there, and then the second half just felt like it dragged on forever, which that game was live reacted to on the Always Present Broncos channel. You guys can go and check that out if you didn't see it. But before we get into the review on both of these games, mate, I just want to give a shout out to the chat. Hello to Luke Melbourne Storm fan, CJ Moxley, Whale is in the chat. The NRL meme says Jack Bird's testing the open market. Really, that's interesting. Paddy G in the house. He also says CJ getting the push to the main event. Hello to J Lockyer 03 as well, and everyone else that's tuning in wherever you are watching this live stream. But let's get into the trial game reviews from today. Cronulla versus Penrith and Parramatta versus St George. Both games were played at CommBank Stadium, which is Bankwest Stadium, in case you guys don't know that. Let's go to the first one, CJ. Panthers over the Sharks, 34 points to 6. What'd you make of that game?
I think the first half was all right. There was a lot of possession in Penrith's way. A lot of the backs stood up for Penrith, I reckon, like the likes of Charlie Staines, Isaac Tago. And then the second half, obviously, Penrith ran away with it. It was a one-way traffic for probably most of the game. And, Penrith well deserved winners today.
Yeah, I thought it was an okay the first 20 minutes or so. I thought the Panthers scored some nice tries. That try that the young 5'8" scored where they did that banana kick back on the inside, that was a very nice try. I really enjoyed that. I thought Mark Guy's son was very solid. His first touch of the ball, he ends up breaking through and scoring a great try. So Mark Guy's son looks good, mate. What do you think about Mark Guy's son?
Yeah, so Mark Guy's son, Maverick Guy, I think that's his name.
Yeah,
I think he's really solid. Obviously, he scored a try. He made a try involvement. Yeah, he looks very promising. The commentators were frothing over him a bit, but look, he put in the good work, and I think he was solid tonight.
Yeah, look, I thought he had a nice showing. Maverick Guy, I think his name was. Thought he looked very good as well. Shout out to Warriors and Finance in the live chat as well. He's getting close to 1K subs, so everyone should go and check him out if you haven't already. But I thought the Panthers. I thought Charlie Staines at fullback looked really well. CJ, I thought he had a really good game at fullback.
Yeah, I agree with you, Charlie Staines. I think it won't be his main position, obviously, because he won't overtake Dylan Edwards. But I think I'd pick him over Stephen Crichton in that fullback position if Edwards were to go down.
I agree with you.
Yeah, look, he's really good at running back, ball back, and he played a really well game at fullback today.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought Charlie Staines had a really good game at fullback for the Panthers. I thought he played really well. I thought Sean O'Sullivan looked pretty good as well at halfback for the Panthers. Thought he looked the goods. Eisenhuth looked okay. The hooker for Penrith looked all right. I can't remember his name. He looked all right as well. The Panthers are they're very good at producing talent. They're one of the best clubs going around that produce young talent. They're
The
probably in
best
the top
junior
four
base, I
best.
reckon.
Yes, the SG ball and the under-16s, under-18s and all that. I'd say Penrith are probably in the top 4 best clubs at doing that. They're very good at what they do, and that young 5'8" looks really good as well. He's a great goal kicker too, isn't he? That young 5'8"
Uh,
is a great goal
Kurt
kicker.
Falls. Kurt Falls, right? He scored a
Yeah,
try.
Kurt Falls, yes. He scored that nice try where that winger did that banana kick on the inside, and his goal kicking was outstanding.
Yeah, I think he got 5 from 6. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a great day with the booty. He had a really good game. He played well. The Panthers juniors, man, they're always good to watch. I thought the Sharks early on. I thought they were good. You know, I thought Talakai looked good early on, and then obviously went off with a concussion. Emanuele had some good touches out there as well. I thought Jaden Barrell looked very good until he went down with a leg injury, but I believe he came back on as
I
well.
think Robert Jennings had a solid game.
Yes, that's true as well. And I also thought the young fullback for the Sharks, I can't remember his name. I thought he had a good showing as well. I can't remember his name.
Cade Dykes or something.
Yeah, Dykes. Yeah, Dykes. He looked good, didn't he? He looked really good. And I think Teague Wilton had a couple of runs
Teague
there. He
Wilton.
wasn't too bad as well. But the Panthers, man, they were just far too clinical. Also, shout out to Just Rugby League in the chat. Good morning to everyone over there in the UK. Hope everyone's doing well over there in the UK. Yeah, look, I thought the Sharks were a bit sloppy in that second half. Panthers ended up running away with it. I think they were up 18-0, and that was the end of them there. Was there anyone for the Panthers Sharks game that stood out for you that we haven't spoken about yet?
Jermaine Hopgood, I reckon.
Yeah, Hopgood. Yeah,
I think he was pretty good, getting involved in the tackles a lot. He ran for 75. Look, he made a lot of hit-ups and a lot of tackles, so I reckon he was pretty solid. Sean O'Sullivan, I think he was really good on his debut.
He played really well, didn't he, Sean O'Sullivan?
Yeah, Sean O'Sullivan. Isaac Tago, Robert Jennings.
I did. I'm just having a look at some of the stats now. A player that I would need to mention. Those two wingers, Thomas Jenkins and Sunia Turuva. Those wingers for Penrith were very good. Very good wingers. I like them a lot. Robert Jennings had some nice touches, like you said. Isaac Tago wasn't too bad as well. There was a few of them out there that looked all right as well. I thought Eddie Blacker had some nice touches as well, bro.
Eddie Blacker, yep.
Chris Smith as well, but Panthers were far too good for the Sharks. Oh yeah, what'd you make about Braden Trindle with the shoulder charge to the head? What was he thinking?
He's going to miss a few. He's going to miss a few weeks of that. Very stupid brain explosion by him there.
Matt Moylan will definitely start round 1 now with that.
Yeah, Heinz Moylan, and that Moylan.
Yeah, well, I think the Sharks round 1 halves and now definitely will be Matt Moylan and Nico Hines. I don't know what Braden Trindle was thinking. He came in with a shoulder charge to the head. So I think Braden Trindle will probably get a few weeks for doing that. Very dumb from him. I thought Teague Wilton and Royce Hunt all played really well for the Sharks. Zach Seeney off the bench, mate. What do you think about Zach Seeney? He had a good showing, didn't he?
Zach Seeney, obviously, he came off the bench. I think for the minutes that he was on, he had a solid outing. I think he was all right. He did the things that he had to do, and, I think he was solid. I think he did everything that he had to do.
I also thought Zach Wolford had a nice showing as well, and Franklin Pele, very good player. Problem with Franklin Pele is he made a couple of errors out there, which was, I guess, it's expected, but he's a player to keep a close eye on, I'm telling you right now.
I think a player that was good, I forgot his name, it was the Sharks' lock.
That's Jesse Colgan Hoon or something.
Yeah, I think he was very solid out there. He fucking runs through him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Sharkies look.
Well, I thought the Panthers were far too good for the Sharks, mate. Who was your man of the match for the Sharks and Panthers trial game, mate?
Oh, it's hard to split between Charlie Staines and Marvin Dyer.
I'm going Charlie Staines.
Yeah, that's a fair shout. I think he was phenomenal at fullback there.
Yeah. So who are you going with?
I'm going with Charlie Staines as well. Just the way he came out firing in the first half. He was everywhere on that park today. So Charlie Staines is my man of the match.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now let's just Rugby League in the chat says any more games on. There's a game on tomorrow, 7 o'clock our time. So it's got to be like 8 o'clock in the morning over in the UK. Newcastle versus Canterbury. Knights versus Dogs. That'll be tomorrow night. 7 o'clock New South Wales time. Pretty sure it'll be 8 o'clock at 8 o'clock a.m. England time. I'm pretty sure. So that's tomorrow night. And let's get into the other game, mate. The Dragons beating the Eels 26 points to 22. The first half of this game was very good. Tries to Hayes Perham, Oregon Kafusi, and Sean Russell. And then there was tries to Matthew Feagai, Mulhuson, Moga. I think half time was like 16 all or something. And then there was tries to Naduka, Antrobes, and Ruben as well. And the Dragons ended up winning 26-22. So, CJ, what do you think about this game between Parramatta and St. George?
It was one of the entertaining ones this week. Back and forth game. A lot of tries scored, points galore. Unfortunately, I think teams' defenses were a bit off. A lot of controversial calls regarding the sin bins as well.
Oh, the sin bins were ridiculous, weren't they?
I don't agree with any of them, to be honest. And yeah, I think it was a solid game. It could have really well ended up as a draw, but Dragons too strong made that comeback there.
I said before the All Whites and Broncos last time, I said this game will be a 20-all draw. It wasn't bloody far off either. It wasn't far off at all. I know there's a few people on Facebook and on Instagram in the comment section on the NRL website with the score of the game, and a lot of them are saying boring game. But when you look at it, Dragons 80% completion rate, 32 from 40 sets. Parramatta 77% completion rate, 24 from 31 sets. I mean, it wasn't that bad of a game, to be fair. I know the errors were 11 each, but I thought it was probably the best trial game we've seen so far. Obviously, we've got one more game tomorrow between the Knights and the Bulldogs, but I thought this trial game was actually probably the better one that we've seen so far over the weekend.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think there was a lot of errors in the game as well. A lot of dropped balls, specifically that Bailey Simonson one.
Yeah.
Tom check, you know. But yeah, it was a good game overall. I enjoyed it, especially in that first half.
The worst part about the game today was the injury to Hayes Perham. That's
Hayes Dunstey. Hayes Dunstey, mate.
Oh, was it Hayes Dunstey? That's who it was.
Yep.
Hayes Dunstey. I can't remember who it was. The game was bloody. There was that many fucking stoppages. But Hayes Dunstey, terrible loss for the Eels. So I'm assuming in round one they're probably going to go. Simonson will be on one wing, and they might throw Penaseni on there and go Obachek, Wagga, Blake centers. I'm guessing.
But that's what they're going to have to do, really. I can't see any other depth.
Russell might be on the wing yet. Who knows?
Russell for Opacek, I reckon, maybe.
Yeah, that could be a possibility as well. All right, let's go to the Dragons. So, was there anyone for the Dragons who stood out for you, mate? I thought Cody Ramsey looked pretty okay at fullback with Sloan, and Amone looked pretty good. What'd you think about the Dragons?
Yeah, Terrell Sloan, Josh Maguire at 5'8".
Oh, God, don't even talk about that. That was terrible.
Yeah, Terrell Sloan, Max Feagai, I think he was all right when he came on, scored a try. Moses Suley, I think he was pretty solid out there.
He was handled well. He was handled well.
He was handled well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that, I forgot his name, but he scored a try there. Fucking
For who?
St. George.
Jonathan Reuben?
Yeah, that's him from the Queensland Cup guy. Yeah,
Reuben.
Yeah, Jonathan Reuben. I think he could crack the starting lineup. I have high ups. But yeah,
Jonathan Reuben. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
it was a really good game. I enjoyed the game, to be honest.
Yeah, look, I thought it was a decent game. I thought the Dragons, they did well. They were down 16-0 in the trial game, and they come back and won the game. So, fair play to the Dragons. The Eels sort of just fell apart a little bit there as the game went on. I thought it was a solid game. Like I said before, probably out of all the trial games that have happened so far this weekend, Eels and Dragons is probably the better one of all the other games that have happened so far, if I'm being honest. That's just what I reckon. CJ, you might have a different view on that, but I thought Amone looked really nice out there, didn't he?
Amone setting up that really good try, that try assist.
He's really looking like, yeah, he had no right. They had no right to score that try. That was a brilliant play from Amone. That was brilliant.
He might have solidified himself for spot of Ben Hunt.
I thought Francis Mollay looked okay. I thought McCulloch had some nice touches that done me harm. Burgess didn't play much off the bench yet, and a little bit of a stint out there, not really long. Jackson Ford didn't look too bad. Wasn't a bad game by any means. Did you like Tyrell Sloan on the wing or not really?
It wasn't bad, but I'd put him at fullback, to be honest. He's more of a fullback.
Yeah,
But
I'm
they were
with you
just
there.
testing him out for the trial, I guess.
Tatai Moga got sin binned or something, I believe.
Yeah.
That was that
Ryan
was
Matt
that was nothing in there. That was ridiculous.
fell into it.
He got sin binned for a high tackle, which was just ridiculous. I thought that was a
Yeah,
real
three
tough
sin bins
call.
in a trial game. Seriously.
And there was one in the Sharks game as well, so 4 in one day. Ridiculous. Seriously, have the NRL officials been watching the Super League? Because the Super League over the weekend has been a few sin bins and send-offs with, forceful contact to the head. Have the NRL been copying what the Super League do with the high tackles and shit, with the deliberate the aggressive tackles and stuff? I'd love to know. But
Who
mate,
knows?
who was your man? Who was your man in the match for the Eels and Dragons game?
The man of the match for me and the Dragons in Eels game. Oh, it's tough, but this is going to be a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I think Makatoa was really solid on that field tonight, right?
For the Eels?
Yeah, I really liked Makatoa when he was on.
Yeah, okay. See, I was leaning towards someone like fucking Talatai Moan at 5'8". Thought he had some
Yeah,
good
he was
touch.
solid.
Um, Posa Fasul Malawi, however you pronounce his
Oh yeah,
name.
also
He looked
Fasil
all right
Malai.
as well. For the Eels, yeah, Makatoa was another one and looked pretty good out there. Jordan Rankin at 5'8". What do you think about that for the Eels?
Oh, he
Quiet.
wasn't too bad. He wasn't too bad, but he could have done a lot more being at 5'8". Could have ran the ball a lot more.
Yeah, he could have ran the ball a lot more as well. Oregon Kafusi had a nice showing as well for the Eels.
I think Sean Lane, yeah.
Looked awesome. Sean Lane looked awesome.
I think that'd be. I think that could actually be my man of the match now that I think about it. He
Sean
was
Lane
not
made
too.
the match.
Yeah, I think Reid Marnie was a bit
Early, it was all
50-50.
right. It was all right
Yeah.
early. Yeah, look, I thought the Dragons, they were just a little bit too good for the Eels. My man of the match probably going to go. Yeah, I might go Amon or Posa Malawi. Can't pronounce his fucking name,
I
but
saw him on the way. Yeah.
one of those two were pretty good. Sean Lane, Makatoa looked real good as well. Yeah, so the Panthers win the trial game over the Sharks, 34-6. Dragons over the Eels, 26-22. Anything else you want to mention, mate, before we get on out of here?
Oh, yeah, it was a great 2 games today. Obviously, the first one was a bit sloppy. Second one, I think the second one was probably the best trial game we had all week so far. Yeah, thanks for having me on the channel again. Always good to come on and have a chat,
Yeah.
discuss some footy, and
Well,
yeah,
tomorrow
great.
night, I'll be doing a live reaction to the Knights and Bulldogs game, and probably a review on it straight after it as well. So, guys, don't forget to tune into that tomorrow night. But until then, fellas, I'm getting out of here. Hope you all have a phenomenal Sunday night, and hope you all have a great Monday as well. Anyway, guys, we're getting out of here. Like and subscribe. Go check out CJ Moxley's YouTube channel as well. I'll leave a link in the description below. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe. Have a good night. See you all later.